Alright guys, we're rolling. Welcome back into it. We're going to do another Let's Play through of the Scipii campaign, or the Scipii faction with the Imperial campaign. On road to anyway. We're going to start soon anyway. We're having to tone down the overall amplitude of my voice and deflect me anyway. Maybe so. See if we can run anyway. We'll see it up anyway. Get the 14th episode out of all of these playthroughs with the Scipii faction. Playing through the Imperial campaign anyway. Not the horse ability, but not base either. Not vanilla or beta anyway. I can't run through my impressions, guys. I'm running gambit of different demonstrations. Y'all gonna be able to do them without actually doing them at the full capacity of the 14th effort anyway. Just the attempts. Hopefully the audio is still trying with the background of it. Yeah, my address slowly up and down anyway. I don't understand it anyway. Always so consistent anyway. Well, we can hear it anyway. Sound the AC, my AC going, background should be affecting it anyway. It's hard for me to speak this way, guys. Really should just speak it all anyway.
Imperial! General! Sir! Attack!
Those elephants anyway.
Imperial!
Finish them off.
Hold away! Orders!
We'll stop the expansion here, guys. Once you hit over 25 settlements, I think for the Scipii, if you have no more than 28, sometimes it can happen as early as 26. If they're all happy settlements, at least out of more than satisfactory, then that's when the Senate will demand that you have your faction leader commit suicide. If you're accused of that, that's essentially the equivalency of the greater historicity, at least in gaming mechanics terms, of Caesar crossing the Rubicon, what led to the Civil War anyway, historically. They're still getting mad in Syracuse. Thought they were going to rebel. It's still medical range. I don't know if we actually build an arena, then they'll be happy. Whatever. They'll be happier anyway. Give them bread and circuses and the love for it. Hence, quite literally, even where the backs of that historically originated from anyway. The honeypot thing, anyway. We're getting bad Memphis all over Texas. Whatever. Maybe the vine sticks. Alright. Then the Senate wants to take that set them along the British Isles, on Britannia anyway. They all what they did want us to take a blockade it, whatever. I didn't actually avoid if you actually start putting off more provisions by the Senate, they'll, they can instigate further as well anyway. That's what I didn't know with that. Dissidents anyway. Otherwise, they're getting bad. The media really, they were happy a couple of times ago. Alright. On why the Buddha will go and plunge into Asia Minor, guys. You see how they take Asia Minor literally when the Roman Civil War starts. We just literally have to go across their flank there between Cyprus and start of Palestine and then we'll plunge into Asia Minor and Turkey, and then one by one get them in Greece. Meanwhile, on the western side, we plunge into France and Germany and southern England to get the joy out of then the last thing will be, Rome itself anyway. I think the first thing I'll do is literally take the Brody out of southern Italy. So all we're going to do is literally come out of some all directions, build the mainland Italian peninsula. Then all the settlements will be around, the Nile Delta, Timmins anyway. Oh yeah, there's a plague in Central, wasn't there? There. Let's do another one. There. We actually built a Colosseum. There, they'll be happy anyway. Yeah. That's just dockyard, fuck it. I would like to use the Praetorians over the legionaries because of while the Praetorians were, so essentially the Olive Garden anyway. Alright, may not be any battles to start, guys. Oh yeah, we've got those Egyptians cornered in Palestine anyway.
Orders? Orders? Sir! Engage the enemy!
They're just for fun now, guys. We're not even taking territories unless they want me to take that one there. So there will be at least one battle this turn. I want everything to deal for a while, guys, for being getting Civil War. They get all the way to 100 BCE, then
You're probably wondering what
40 years
you here today.
I was
wondering myself. Oh yes! There stands the army of the Egyptians.
I'm turning down.
Foes to a man. They stand alone. No friend has come to this place today for them. Does this not say something about their honor? They're standing among nations. They have been led here by strutting fools and blustering morons. Now they will pay the price. We have a slight advantage in numbers, but no lives can be thrown away today. We cannot afford such profligacy. That said, their skills and training are formidable. More than force will be needed today. Technical savvy at all levels is required. They will ambush some of us.
Literally have a race music and guns were also dangerous, and I don't
They lack the proper skirmishing troops.
really music affected by it.
They're only drilled with some blood splashed around. March forwards, and the enemy will quiet. Another one of our armies is nearby and ready to fall upon the enemy. Now then, look to your front. Mark your target when it counts.
Excellent.
General. Get it!
pull the offense back, although they're going to be hard-headed at the end anyway. Give them as reserve in the score. They take out all the elements how they're building it.
Reinforcements have arrived! But are they in time to take part in the battle?
Anyone who would use animals in combat, guys, literally is a piece of shit anyway. Quote me on that. As you know, I don't hold back. I literally, I literally jokingly said that one day, one guy was, I immediately have the biggest mouth in the world. I literally have it. That was before I knew it, but literally, guys, my doctors at my local dentistry told me I orthopedically have an extra set of wisdom teeth, so hey, put us all right on anyway. I never used the other word to describe me, guys. I don't even think that way anyway. Can't really do the chariots. Honestly, guys, we need to wait for the other comments. We're like really low on numbers here anyway. They actually moving theirs. They're firing. Fuck it. We'll stay at them. Alright, fuck them. There you go. We ain't gonna stand there and be slaughtered. Fuck it. Problem is, they're gonna probably gallop all over us with oh shit, where's the other guy with the chariots everywhere? Yep. There. How do you like us taking the fight to you all anyway? How you wanted it so badly? Once we get rid of the those archers there, I might go and just pull back anyway. Or the rest of them out anyway. So we have a little more, got more cavalry units, we'll be able to go ahead and just take care of the cavalry. You don't have enough infantry. Let's just wait for them to come up. Screw it. How can they still connect, hit with the or connect? How are they still hitting us? We're all at a distance anyway. That was out of range from them. Come on, let's go! They're just fucking sitting there. I said go, it was an order. I'm trying to keep you all alive. I'm still shooting, damn it. We should be out of range of their archers anyway. To crest that hill anyway. Stay, no, stay. Alright, the bad infantry's up now, we can go. Alright, let's go at them with everything, guys, come on. Dory going on around that side, we'll take out their cavalry and you go for the other. Alright, they're sending their cavalry. Let's go over those SOBs, come on. Let's go. Oh hell yeah, now we got the main cavalry going, hell yeah. Oh, you guys. Oh, hell yeah. Go straight for their pistol archers anyway. Well, we got them. Got these little pansies. Pansies are retreating. There, get them all. All right, they're gonna use their chariots. Come on. They need reinforce. They need to be relieved anyway. They be aided anyway. Okay. Wait, we got Miss Launders, don't we? Missile cavalry running.
The leader of the Allies.
Yeah, they just killed Hart, the other general.
This loss is hard for us, but harder still for his own people.
Guys are retreating now. Which that's pretty much over now, guys. They're retreating. Oh well, Philippian's still alive. Thank you. Don't let them escape. Don't let them escape. No, they're retreating. Got them all. Don't let them escape. Get them all. Pretty much all off the field now. We lost general, the other one anyway.
The enemy showed their true virtue. They are not soldiers. Oh, Rome will be amazed at such a victory. The day is ours.
So annoying how it's so annoying how literally people have 20 personalities and just go over there. Wow, guys, I don't understand it anyway. Honestly, kind of guys, I blow progressive, you know, I'm progressive meat potatoes kind of guy, you know. Well, a little bit of kind of, I mean, honestly, be at least a bit higher at the moment. Well, anyone for that matter, but stereotypically the one is taking like 20 minutes to order, you know, decide from the menu. Meanwhile, I've already got, you know, hey, whatever. It's okay to, you know, be in the slice for times, but, you know, freaking all the time anyway. You guys, I know it's a lot more men than even women, you know, but hey. I don't know, I can't believe it, can't make sense out of there.
Imperator,
Alright, we pushed them all away.
Sir! Sir! General!
Maybe we'll take that settlement eventually. For now, whatever.
General! Sir! General! Forward! Orders! Imperator! Displaying the troops!
because once a civil war, once you have past like 28 odd settlements and everyone's happy, that's when that triggers it anyway. Senate bids are too powerful at that point anyway. Keep in mind, guys, we already have literally all of North Africa, and we're plunging into parts of the Middle East and all of Spain. I mean, guys, pretty much how the Roman Empire in place 100 years before, it even actually was anyway. We're still getting mad at Syracuse. Why though? It doesn't make any sense. There was still right. Where's this fucking play going? Oh yeah, it's still in Citra, isn't it? They're saving her. They're getting mad at Oscar again. It'd be nice if we could actually raise the tax and get revenue for everything else rather than doing this, because hey, see how my solidarity doesn't work is. Even in the ancient world that applied anyway, and all the world, your biggest university in Peru anyway. It means I never wanted to hurt you at all. Even for the come down, man, life would have been a little more. Once all the settlements are OP, that's when I'm gonna, like at the very maximum capacity, that's when I'm gonna, when I'm just going to fleet there. We're gonna need as many fleets as we can get once the Civil War started. Guys, pretty much when the Civil War started, hey, make it a law to yourself anyway. Yeah. We'll build the uniform as either, bloodthirst anyway. But they've already hung out with Commodus so long, Commodus is the person for it. We'll take off my hat, guys. My hair's so messy right now. The dog was a raid and garbage, whatever. Imagine if we get warned about school, guys. Because they go Bruce Boston, James Bond, like shoulder feathers, and tomorrow never dies. We can build a Coliseum in Capua, I believe, anyway. Greeks! Oh, why you guys being so difficult? Well, I'm going to build another fleet anyway. We need to start thinking about the ships anyway. Guys, once the Civil War starts, they're really going to be coming down on us and all we have to do. We can kind of funnel them in from both the west and east anyway. That's why I love playing as a Scipii. Scipii are the easy, my opinion. And then the Romans in blue, so hey, there you go. So the red. Greeks. Greeks. One guy, I said that to my mom one time, one morning. She was, that boy's crazy. But unfortunately, last time I said to me, guys, like, I love him. Good, man. Greeks. Maybe make that monthly races. Oh yeah, but we about they speedily. The Egyptians out Middle Easterns here, you know, our Arabic friends, whatever. This time we're big time Greece fans, so there you go. Anyway, I wish we could go ahead and put a fleet out here, especially also if like the Egyptians try to attack Petra. But I want to start getting some ships anyway. Greeks. You want to really know where I got that from, guys? When I was playing one interactive, one of those humongous entertainment games or something. I think might have been Freddy Fish or some Pajama Sam or something. No, actually it was the game version of Heracles, whatever. Literally, those people that those two like minions that James Wood's iteration of Hades had, whatever. Like there was the dude's bidding, whatever. Literally, they would like tell you all this good, everything that was good was bad, everything that was bad was lopsided, and I think he said something like, "Your choice." And of course, I was already studying Greek culture at the time, and I was like, you know, well, is it like Greeks? There you go, anyway. Who would actually use dogs for war? I certainly wouldn't. Hey, that's why I can't stand those guys when people up with those like those videos when they have like pigs being on set on fire, like or the all four elephants, you know, or even the dogs anyway. But hey, to be fair, you know, why am I using horses? Hey, thank God we have helicopters now anyway for cavalry. Yeah, whatever. Keep in mind, you know, hey, respect the horse anyway. So with everything equestrian or whatever. Guys, I'm ready to like take a bullet and some more, be slain, be martyred for the sake of animal cruelty being stopped anyway. Hey, you get Belgium out of it because I'm like, you know, I'll get promissory about it anyway. Greeks! I know we can build some things here anyway. I was in the Spanish provinces are starting to get like very poor anyway. The Greeks! I don't think they're going to really try to mess with us in Spain. Once it does happen, though. The Greeks! Oh, cool, we can already get catapults in that one Spanish province to go. I did build I want another fleet. Global Link. I think my daddy's still sleeping soundly, got. I think we should have everything good for. I wish the British would go ahead and plunge into Asia Minor. Why won't they plunge into Asia Minor? They're too afraid to fight the Egyptians now. We literally, you know, showed an example. We pushed the Egyptians out of their own Nile Delta. So I mean, hey, we took the pyramids and some more anyway. Made it clean. No, it's clean today. We did it anyway. Why the British out like, you know, kind of like, you know, pushing out here anyway. Literally, they're fine anyway. The British was supposed to be like the most Roman of the Roman, like bourgeois, you know, patricians anyway. They were represented the Republic anyway. Supposedly they were the people who drove out the kings from the Etruscans anyway. Yes, I know we didn't take London or whatever. I don't want to mess with the British. Wish we could increase the tax, guys. We're losing money about every single turn now anyway. So annoying doing this. They decided to hang out with Kenite politicians anyway. Even back at that time, no matter what, guys, we keep gaining popularity in the Senate. So I mean, now we could almost have like 30 settlements. I still don't think it would start the Civil War today anyway. Whatever. It's gonna make it far more fun once we do have everything's maxed out. Then we can literally just not go in anyway. Greeks! Who needs pigs in combat? They're pigs themselves anyway. I think the next playthrough I want to do, guys, is think the Catholic faction of the barbarian invasion, where like literally everything's been Christianized after Constantine legalization of it, the Council of Nicaea and everything else anyway. Travel 325 or 310 BC AD anyway. And I think the barbarian invasion starts off with 376, like 370 AD anyway. The Rome was taken initially by the Visigoths with 376, and finally taken for the Huns of the Vandals in 476. It was about 100 years later anyway. That was all coincided at the beginning of the early Middle Ages, and Renaissance mixed into that anyway. Pretty much a 1,000-year period after Rome, the Roman autocracy, and all the different kingdoms and people, living in feudalism in Europe anyway. Egyptians still are coming anyway. I don't know, guys. Maybe we'll probably take a couple more settlements. Like, they're not getting that mad at us anyway. Then again, it's increasing a little anyway. I just want everything maxed out before it starts anyway. Alright. This guy's going to finally settle down. This guy spent literally 20 years of fighting anyway. Destroyed so many Egyptians.
Fleet ready! Fleet ready! Ready to sail!
Let's build some more though. We really honestly don't need a whole lot of ships down there along Saudi Arabia and the Gulf of Africa because, that's all, but you don't have any other factions out there anyway. Alexander bought so fun, guys. You literally just have to take 50 settlements, in like 100 turns anyway. Supposed to embody Alexander's 15 years of doing it anyway. Supposed to go here anyway. I said this the other day, guys. Kyle Busch was a lot like, in a sense, like the racing generation of Alexander. If you think about it, that live, die young, live hard, and play even harder kind of, mentality anyway. Dionysian mentality anyway. So, as soon as Alexander got sick one time, he was about 33, he actually died anyway, within like a week or so. I always wonder, do you think people that are seemingly invincible for so long, one time they actually, it's Achilles' heel, whatever, they've carried all that, stress anyway, finally has, took them all one time anyway. It's always been speculative, but hey, the way we miss Kyle so much anyway. Like James Dean and that thing, technically, obviously, even in a very basic sense, obviously, Jesus being fully God anyway, and fully human, Jesus, part of the match plan, day one, the road to match live, died when it's 33 anyway. Of course, naturally, the text says that, what did Jesus say in John 10 and John's Gospel, no one can take my life from me, I lay it down on the court anyway. I always have speculated that the moment of atonement, when Jesus said the fifth thing, quoting one of the Psalms anyway, good time when he said, it's finished, Father, in your hands, and commit my spirit anyway. That actually Jesus did something that no other person could do anyway. That actually, as he was crucified, but he did, what did the text say there by John? Greek, he gave him his, he could die on command anyway. It's an atonement anyway. Alright. And I know this is supposed to be a playthrough, guys, but I don't ever, there's not a day that goes by when I don't have, don't talk about theology. I mean, I have to, and also I want to anyway. There you go, to They're still getting mad in the Oscar for some reason anyway. But I want to go ahead and just take the people out, let them rebel, then subjugate them that way. No.
Ready for sail!
I want to retire fleets. We'll use that fleet. We'll use that fleet to take out the other Julian settlements there in southern France anyway. I found out I was distantly French guys, probably that side of northern France. It shoots off into Germany and like southern England anyway. Yeah, we are distantly French descent, my family anyway. Still, thankfully, primarily, 64% of the way British. So I mean, enough for me anyway. I mean, every time I look at the results, guys, it says I'm more and more British every single day. It's like completely more than satisfied for me. I was trying to think of something funny this whole time. Whatever. Alright, looks like they're trying to mobilize against Bostra. If the Hopefully the Senate won't give us any missions, we can literally just let everything build for like 50 years anyway. I want all the settlements to pretty much be maxed out before the Civil War starts anyway. Well, they told us to blockade. They told us to blockade Jerusalem, not taking anyway. We have to blockade because now, once at this point, guys, if that Senate keeps giving you missions, so if you actually buck them, that can inadvertently get you in a position when the Civil War just about begins anyway. You keep in mind, Caesar was already doing that when he was eliminating the rest of the Gallic resistance anyway. Obviously Alicia was a decisive victory. Alicia, anyway, how you pronounce it? Alright. They were bored over there anyway. There, I'm trying not to get crazy with the money, guys, because I'm trying to make this more realistic, but guys, if I could raise the taxes, all the settlements, only the Egyptian ones let us raise the taxes. No, we're not even that with things they were, as COVID as they were anyway, hey, we would get more revenue.
Fleet ready! Ready to sail!
Oh, there's an army on that boat. Damn, I thought it was disembarked anyway.
Fleet ready!
You mean they've been on the boat the whole entire time, dang? They kind of honestly think they would be in the other problem just when the Civil War starts.
Ready to sail!
Well, we can just get some more.
Set sail! Leaving the army! All dogs! Down! Move out! On the move, sir! Ready to sail!
Birds in. We need to burn birds.
Ready to sail!
Alright, this should be no problem at all because we have 3 full-length firing fleets here, so Scipii had the best navy in the game anyway. Alright, it's like the British Royal Navy. Let's take them out anyway.
Victory!
That was actually one downside of the old Total War game in the series, by Creative Assembly, the game developers. They didn't have naval battles. I think it was like after Empire Total War, they had them anyway. I know they put them in Rome Total War 2 anyway. But there was so much padding and so much extra things in Rome Total War 2, it didn't feel like the first game anyway. They put too much anyway. They fell into the cliche that happens with game sequels anyway. They put too much, they lose the simplicity of their charm anyway.
I can. Prepare to engage!
I forgot them.
Victory! Aye, Captain. Orders?
I'm gonna go ahead and start for another fleet because they're already getting funny. Oh yeah, we have to blockade the Jerusalem port there anyway. We'll probably eventually take Jerusalem, but for now, keep in mind, guys, pretty much the, we as the Scipii Romans are, essentially as Gentiles, going to the Holy Land this time anyway. Nonetheless, except for the Zionist rubbish anyway.
Sir! Sir! Aye, Captain. Fleet ready! Fleet ready!
They're over there. But as they're lightly armed anyway. I mean, literally, they had like 5 ships against our 18 anyway.
Victory!
That is the right topic.
Yes, Captain! Out of move, sir!
Okay. I'm trying to let that go for a while, guys, so we can more easily blockade it. Because I'm trying to let everything build for like 10 or 20 turns before we instigate the Roman Civil War anyway. Yeah, they're getting mad for Cordoba again. Why? There you'll have daily gains. There, is that not, are you not entertained? I mean, hey, time to actually quote that. Nobody used dialogue ladder anyway, but hey. They probably won't go for the other, the outskirt, the outpost sort of battles anyway, on the frontier. I'm gonna probably put 5 legions Capua bare minimum and put a couple on Syracuse because they're gonna try to go for Syracuse and everything on Sicily. Meanwhile, us being in mainland Italy, we'll have to try going to the north anyway. Take forever to build those anyway. Oh well. We can go put a fleet here in Capua. Capua was where Spartacus about that within several wars. So the slave uprising actually began Capua when they escaped. They literally had Spartacus actually truly not listening to Christians. Christians was one that's like second in command with like the other barbarian faction, whatever. Obviously Spartacus was Thracian, so it was Greek anyway. Nonetheless, literally had Spartacus actually ignored him, whatever. Because the whole thing was actually to go back to where they originally were anyway, and their own greed and corruption actually caused their own downfall anyway. They had been so unbeatable in battle, they were trying to win Hamilton to the Romans. And of course, eventually, worked against them anyway. Of course, literally everyone studied Hannibal's canine encirclement, the Dublin bell that he used against, 9 or 10 Roman legions against Paulus's troops, whatever. Came anyway. And it was what outnumbered 3-1 between all the Roman legions anyway. Well, supposedly had they not actually panicked, they would have been able to fight their way out of being cornered like that, but got to them anyway.
Fleet ready!
Alright, well, put some more troops in Syracuse. I don't know why they're getting mad. I mean, literally, they have like so many things going on anyway. Whatever. There, we'll have daily games, okay? You bloodthirsty, you know, you bloodthirsty there. We're happy now to have daily games, hey, the blood, you know. See you later, you weird desert crazy mutant guy freaks. What are the other silence that we're talking about? I think my nephew just got up anyway. Alright, good. I can actually turn this up then. Oh yeah, we got a blockade on Jerusalem. Sporting, right? Good, let's all get a minute batter. What's this? Damn. I don't think we had a governor there anyway, so it doesn't matter. Can you take him? There, so now they won't, you know, they'll be chill, they'll be more chilled in Syracuse now anyway. Good, the Senate finally ended up war with the Britons anyway. Just keep them on Palma. Because, you know, eventually they're going to rebel anyway. Battling flavor, 34 minutes, guys. It's been shorter stream, but I've got to teach later on tonight. I'll be going 45 minutes now anyway. Oh, they're finally getting mad in Alexandria. Why? There, they're getting dead, you know, hey, if they want to get dead anyway. Okay, blockade Jerusalem.
Ready to sail! Aye, aye, Captain!
No, actually, the most popular of the people. It's funny, this is an version of everything. The Joy are the most popular of the Senate, and then meanwhile, we're the most popular of the people. In reality, it was the exact opposite. Well, Scipii was in between anyway. Scipii were like the little, you know, like the little road, like, oh yeah, it's there, you know, well, the Joy and Bruttii families were, you know, always the biggest staunch rivals of the Roman patrician anyway.
Aye, Captain.
The other boy's about to go of age. All of Philippian's sons. Why are they getting mad at that? What's going on? Alright. I'm going to be a bit of wars and he's only 16. There. Tell you what, I want to get back anyway. They're going to get sick, so whatever. Let's go back a little. Supposed to be more rain tonight anyway. My address is North Carolina.
Ready to sail!
I wonder, should we just go out and rebel? Should we go out and rebel? Take the troops out of the city in Osco and then let them just, rebel, then we'll get them anyway. Alright, all of the Philippians' boys are going of age now anyway. Yeah, so if they were literally, the Senate had literally agreed to an armistice with the Brits. Now they're invading them again anyway. Once we get past 100 BCE, guys, then it pretty much is. 30 years a little too soon, 34 years too soon, but whatever, hey. Pretty much, hey, everything's wrong at that point. Oh, damn, no wonder. What is going? Someday, guys, I'll take. I may do videos of me taking those tests anyway. I kind of want to do like a favorite driver ranking with NASCAR. There's somebody that videos will take anyway. But I actually include myself taking the Christian denomination test, and it's one of the best, guys. They have over 60 questions with all of you. Guys, when it literally says I'm a moderately theological liberal, it did not say one bit of heresy, because guys, it proves you why progressivism is not heretical. I'll show you the screenshot anyway. But there you go, man. There, get the other game there, get a blood bath there. Hey, get your tongues satiated. But hey. Out of there. Why they get so mad in Oscar? Where we go? We'll build the Coliseum in Citra. They're not flipping out now and dancing. They're getting pissed off with us. Go ahead. Alright, everything's ready. We just gotta blockade that port of Jerusalem anyway. Could at least take Jerusalem, but I was hoping the Brunei would already be all the way over there toward Damascus. That way, when the Civil War, so that, you know, even historically they took Asia Minor. So I mean, when it starts, we're all facing each other's flanks, and then it'll be easy because all we have to do is scoop up their crowds anyway and take Rome anyway. See why it's fun to play as a Scipii, guys. And the representative blue, so hey, there you go anyway. Good anyway. No, Romans wore blue togas all the time. It wasn't just those white togas or, you know, even those red undershirt tunics with their Legion arms anyway. Appreciate the time, guys. I may actually go and call it a stream. I think we'll be going about an hour, 20 minutes today. I'd love to take that test eventually.
Ready.
Take it again. I mean, you know, live on camera anyway. Let's still get mad at the meeting. No. Okay. I want to take the time, guys. We'll be back anyway. Actually, I think we have been going. We've all been going just under an hour. Yeah, I'll take the time. Be back now. Multiplayer anyway. Alright guys, I'm back. I didn't use mention body.
Fleet ready.
Just drag it out a little further. At least get an hour out of this string out of them. Actually, I think literally it's only the Egyptians and the Britons are left anyway. So that's why whenever we were literally going to the Egyptians, we were like competing with pretty much the most powerful non-Roman faction in the world in this alternate history anyway. That's all the factions are left. Wow. Wow. It's about 100 years of this guy. It's time, you know, for the Romans to.
Ready to say.
Why the Roman Civil War happened? Because the Romans became too powerful for their own good anyway. Hence, you know, my power absolute, you know, absolute power absolutely corrupts anyway. they're still writing in Oscar? It doesn't make any sense. They're writing in Oscar. That's where the Papa's term originated when they said philosophy for Pops, anyway. That actually even, disparages the means on Papistry, anyway. Nephew sounds like he's having fun. Yeah, sort of natural, really want to double head on. Thought it was critical, at least funny to me when, don't say that to me while they didn't discuss this under water container. Totally natural for little boys to buck authority anyway. Go authority. No, I know I did anyway. Still do anyway. Always will anyway. My head's starting to hurt, guys. From my headache, I know it's been a headache from it. We'll leave it off.
Ready to sail!
Alright, go ahead and log in those dogs. Better get deal after cola anyway. Okay. They want us to take Jerusalem thing. We're eventually going to take it anyway, but I'm trying to get all the settlements really maxed out before we start the Civil War anyway. The Senate's telling you to take a settlement, and meanwhile they're fearing for your power. Okay, with the masses. Okay, then they're telling you to literally increase your power with the masses anyway. What they expect anyway. Oh yeah, where were his boys anyway? Still there in Capua, they probably still there in Italy because they're gonna need to like when the Civil War starts, we're gonna need like to be the head of the legions in Italy anyway. That's all of them anyway. So there is.
Imperator! Imperator! Orders!
Yes, did he have them right there anyway? The other ways there anyway. I'm gonna look at that out. Where are they? Here, Memphis, like only his brother was his son. Foster, oh well. So the father and son will be there and foster together, well, good. Let him take Jerusalem with his dad then. The father, son, come on anyway. That's so funny, guys. You read that scene from Toy Story 2, and literally, they let the other boss have like a story arc with Zerg, whatever, with them for Zerg. The officer making fun of that scene from episode 5 between Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, with literally they had to playing catch with each other. He said, that's my boy. You're a great dad. And Tim Allen says it's so brilliant anyway. The whole entire duel between Luke and Vader at Empire Strikes Back was the equivalency of a father playing catch with his son anyway. The other ones are time, Vader was in control anyway. The whole point of that was to get Luke to come over to the dark side anyway. So it's why, even Vader knew that Luke would sense Han being tortured anyway and would let him there to the trap anyway. On the investment anyway. So, it's always said with the alignment charts, Empire Strikes Back is pretty much Star Wars with the best writing anyway. They go the way. Alright, father and son are good for this here anyway. He's like his father.
Orders!
Oh, he inherited his dad's good looks, said he was handsome.
Imperator! Sir! General! Sir! Imperator!
They would do better to have the legionary cavalry. I'll give them now. Then give them the other legion. Yeah, legionnaire.
Sir! Imperator! General! March! Moves depleted! Sir! Imperator! General! Imperator! Imperator!
Keep all those other generals, the new kids that just came of age, whatever, keep them in Italy, because I don't know, guys, I can kind of go ahead and just speed up the Civil War. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway, to be honest with you. We don't have anything to build, but, keep in mind, we've got, like, the 4 out of 5, and sometimes, like, the maxed out army barracks in every single Roman settlement, we'll have an army ready, to take care of it anyway. Just to take Jerusalem anyway.
General! Imperator! General! Onward! Joining forces! Orders! 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 General!
They're going to be the main body. Also, the legionnaires go there, they're going to, how many?
Imperator! Orders? 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 Sir!
There we go, and go. The other one of you get mad at the video for some reason. Probably they're gonna wise and Oscar now. That's good too. I think I like all the other problems located. Oh, someone came of age on that on Sicily anyway.
Sir!
Guys, Valve has more of the portrait of being like, an actual, sound like Julius Caesar with the little wreath on it that even the other guy does anyway.
Daryl! Move out! Sir! Orders? Orders? Daryl! Orders? Leaving the army! General! Move out! Joining forces! Sir! Sir! General! Splitting the troops! Move out! Prepare! March! Sir! Sir!
Hey, but they don't have any troops in Mazzano, really. He can just go to Mazzano.
Orders! General! Leading the army! March!
Should have just put it there sooner of it down. I'm thinking. Let's start trying to build those legions at home. No, maybe let's just try to hit the Civil War sooner than ever. It's not going to be a cakewalk. We're going to,
Imperator!
be going into some shit anyway. We're going to need all these commanders for what's going to happen anyway.
General! March! Joining forces! General! Sir! General! General! March!
Good, they'll have all the troops ready in a turn. Going to build another fleet. Need some cavalry. We need the big time cavalry units anyway. Yes, damn.
General!
It won't be hard to take Jerusalem once we have to defeat about another 2, 3, 4 there anyway. 3, they're fully armed. pretty much treated there on top of that one's war.
Sir! Imperator! Sir! Imperator! Orders! Sir! Forward!
Alright, Civil War anyway. I want to kind of go and speed up the Civil War anyway, guys. Keep in mind, we literally only have the smallest thread of the Britain barbarian tribal horde. The Britons left anyway as the tribal barbarian factions, and then literally the Egyptians being fragmented, and everything else us three Roman patrician families instead. And guys, we have the Roman Empire arguably like during Trajan's era alone, before even Caesar, Pompey, and Crassus' time anyway. The little started anyway. So I mean, pretty much the height of its reign anyway. Do that one.
General! Forward!
Yeah, to play very good. We're gonna need all the other ones we can muster anyway. Yeah.
General! Sir! Imperator! General! Move out! Imperator! Orders! March! Joining forces! Orders! General! Splitting the troops! March! Joining forces! Imperator! Imperator!
Alright, keep them on the other side.
Orders! General! Sir! General! Imperator! March! Sir! Sir! Imperator!
Why?
Orders!
This was a body from you have so many odd turns left to take the settlement.
General! Sir! Imperator!
I think they're gonna take us. They're gonna probably like go over. Oh, they got artillery too. Oh shit!
Sir! Imperator! Imperator! Onward! Onward! Move, secluded, sir! Imperator! Imperator! Onward!
Yeah.
General! 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 Imperator! Leaving the army! Sir!
There.
Sir!
It took the armies against theirs. About even anyway, because two of them like halfway. That's like 3 or 2, but ours keep on. You know, like yeah, the Roman legions that they're hiding anyway. So I mean, you know, they're not like fighting. You know, they're like former Estati units, whatever, Recapay units, or the pre-Marian reforms anyway.
General!
Tower, let's say 45. Hey, there's some water out.
Sir! Leaving the army! General!
You give him a lot. Put the blade down over now, down here in the pond. Alright. The other legions for ready, survived. Got 3 full-length Roman legions against their 3 ships Roman had. I was outnumbered with the 2 Alexander anyway. This will trigger the Civil War. I have so many settlements that are kind of mad. So my understanding is that the only way it can like be lower than 26, so it's 25 out of the 50 you need. Is if they're all happy. They like that one that's 30 and they're all kind of satisfied. That's when it has to start running the ball anyway. My understanding.
Ready to sail. General.
Sometimes the AI can be fickle though.
Sir. Onward. Onward. March. Move the clear, sir. General. Move out. Orders. Forward.
Up here. Alright, they're all lined up there.
General.
Yeah, because they're probably going to try to get the other settlement when we're away. There. Alright guys, I think we've been going about an hour and a half. They call it a stopping place. Not too long, it's not too short. There, we got through about 165 BCE, so I mean, 100 years for whatever that was Julius Caesar's time anyway.
Ich wollte von hier.
Alright, that'll be the only stream I do today, guys. It's pretty late. I've got to teach and even read and clean up some more. Then my bedroom some more tonight. See how my animals are doing. So fun to play that Rome Total War thing too, as well, guys. Just E flat and B major, the theme anyway. I'll play it for a second. The lyrics are like, cloud is falling. Cloud is falling on shore.
Yes, you're right.
That's not all the actual other person that Chef found in the most Gentile Dykes wife actually sang anyway. That was starting. She flattened the A sharp there and the B flattened the A sharp. This is forever the B minor. Go there. Back to B major, D flat for the main theme. With F, the bridge is F major with something called like. Alright, pretty much the whole thing anyway. How long we've been going anyway, guys? Exactly an hour and a half. Wow. Alright. We'll just stop there then. Alright guys, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share. It always helps me out with the YouTube algorithms, and I'll see you all there on the night. I already have my notes prepared for Ezekiel 29 and good show anyway. Probably play Rome Centurion with tonight because I've started little things there. But I'll catch you all in. God bless you all. Take care. Peace. Bye anyway.